Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you had some fun with your block letters, bubble letters, and graffiti letters yesterday. Today, we're going to switch that up or progress, I should say, onto the next step, which is going to be putting letters together, having them overlap to create a whole word piece. Today, I'm going to have you choose a word that you think is helpful through these trying times of trying to keep safe and clean due to the coronavirus. So this is what we're working towards, what you can see on the screen right now. So our first step is going to be to draw out our letters. So previously I did one in kind of a bubble letter style. Now see if we can distort and push these letters a little bit more. Try to fill up a good amount of the page, at least like 50% of the page. It's good to leave some space around the background so we can do some work in the background and decorate our letters later on. So there's our line letters. And as you know, the next thing we're going to do is to outline them. So the important thing is to make a decision about which letter you want to be at the very front, because these letters are all going to overlap onto each other. So I'm going to choose my A. So I'm going to start outlining that. Now I'm going to draw the next letter, the P and the O, and they're probably going to come behind the A. So as I outline, where I meet the A, I'm just going to stop. Now I'm going to move on to the O. Same thing. Have the O come up against the A to give the impression that it's behind it. And so now, because the S is the last letter I drew, or I'm outlining, we're going to have that become behind the O. All right, and so after we're done with that, we're just going to get rid of our outlines and we can take a look. Obviously I'm cheating because I'm on the iPad, so I can just get rid of it, but you're going to use your eraser. And then you can see that I missed the middle of the A over here as well. So I'm just going to put a little shape in there. Alright, so here is our basic graffiti shapes. And next thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you outline everything. So we've got some really nice line quality going on around all of our letters. We'll help everything stand out a whole bunch. So just thicken up these lines, use a Sharpie or a dark color pencil if you can. Or if some of you are using paint, great, do that too. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is put some shadows on my letters. So if I imagine that there is a sun or a light source at the top of all my letters, you got to think about where the shadow is going to be, which is going to be on the bottom side of each of the letters. So for example, if the light's coming down here, then it's going to make a shadow right here. And it's also going to make one here. And all the way down here. It's obviously very early because I'm making mistakes. There's definitely not a shadow there. But there would be one down here. Let's make this a little sun like that. We can move them around and I can demonstrate this more. So if I go over to the O, think about my sun's right here. The light's coming down again. So where is it going to be on the O? The shadow is going to be right along the bottom here. And it's also going to be a little one right there. Moving over to our A. All the way to the bottom edge here. A little bit in here. Let's try that again. And our last letter. Light's coming down onto here, to here, along the stem of our P right here. So there we go, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Looking back on this now, I think I would prefer if this part of the S came over the top. There we go. Overlapping letters, in a bubble letter or graffiti letter style. Coming back tomorrow, and we'll start working on adding details and bits to our letters, and then eventually we'll move on to completing it with a background. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good day.